Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we'll talk about the Arduino digital pins, so let's get started. Alright, let's break it down. The Arduino Uno comes with 14 digital pins, numbered from 0 to 13. The first two pins are for transmitting and receiving, which is used in UART communication. The UART communication will be explained in another video, but let's focus on this video about digital pins. The digital pins only understand two states, which are high for 5 volts and low for 0 volts, and they written in the code by high or low. You can set any pin of the digital pins as either input pin to read the data from the sensors or output pin to write on the sensors and sense data to the motors. To read a pin you use digital read in the coding, and to send a signal you use digitalWrite, and we will see it in the code further in this video. So let's continue. Now some of these digital pins supports PWM signal, which is pulse width modulation, and you will see a little tile symbol next to them on the board. Those pins are 3, 5 pins, and 6, 9, and 10 and 11. Great for dimming LEDs and controlling the servo speed, which is really helpful in this place. We will learn further in this video how to control them, and we'll make a test project. So let's get started. So if you look at here, if I want to connect an infrared sensor to an Arduino Uno, this is an Arduino Uno, and this is an infrared sensor. The infrared sensor has 3 legs or 3 pins. This one is ground pin, which is labeled as GND, and this is one is for 3.3 volt, and the power of the sensor, which is labeled as VCC, and this one is the signal one, which is connected to the digital reels on the Arduino Uno. So here we have the digital reels, and here the analog reels, and here are the power reels. So the ground pin is connected to the ground output of the Arduino in the power reels. Let's say it's here, and the VCC. Almost in common, most of the servers get power as 3.3 volt, not as 5 volt. So let's say this is 3.3 volt output, and the signal pin is connected to any of the digital pins of the Arduino. So let's say this is digital pin number 8, and I connected it to it. So the next step is programming this infrared sensor. So let's make it real. This is the infrared sensor, and these are the 3 pins of it as I referred, the VCC, ground, and output. So let's connect it to the Arduino Uno. This yellow one is signal one, which is output pin, which will be connected to pin number 8 in the Arduino. As I said, this is number 8 in the digital pins, which I will connect cell 1 to it. And this red one is power, which is VCC, which will be connected to 3.3 volt, as that will be connected to 3.3 volt. And this brown one is the ground one, which will be connected to the ground output of the Arduino, like that. So the next step is making the code, so let's get started. Okay, so let's get to the programming step. In the void setup here, we will say the pins that we connected the signal pin to. So we'll define it by using the pin mode parentheses, and then we will say the number of the pins that we connected the signal pin to, which is pin number 8, and then comma, and then we will define it as input or output. In this case we will define it as input, because we want to program this sensor as taking the signal if there is an object in front of him or not, and if there is it's a yes, and if no, it's a no. So let's end it by semicolon, and then get another line and say serial monitor dot began at baud rate equal 9600, and then end it with semicolon. So we ended the void setup, and then let's go to the main program. We want the sensor to say if there is an object in front of him or not, and according to the decision it says yes or no on the serial monitor of the IDE. So we will say it read the digital input from the sensor in a variable called value. Is a variable called value. So we'll define the value as digital read then number 8 and semicolon, and then if there is an object, it will say yes, and if no, it will say no. So we'll say if condition, and in this parentheses we'll say f value, which is a digital read for bin number 8, equal high, and so in this curly braces we will say the command that we wanted to make. So we'll say we want it to serial monitor dot bread on yes, and else we want the serial monitor to print the serial monitor to print no, like that. So if we compile that, we'll get it verified. Okay, it's working. So let's connect the Arduino to the laptop and upload the code. Okay, so let's upload the code. I will choose this one, choose the Arduino. I will choose Arduino Uno from boards, choose Arduino Uno, and then I will upload the code. It will compile it, and then it will upload it. Okay, we have made a mistake, so because it's not this board. Okay, we'll choose it as Arduino Uno and then upload it. Okay, it has been uploaded, so let's test it. Okay, so if we see right here in the serial monitor, we'll see no, because the sensor is not getting any object. If it turned green when I put my finger, it say yes. So when I left my finger, no, yes, no, yes, on and no. So it worked. It will represent yes now. So it worked as we said, and it configured correctly. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.